Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and I've been away for a week and some days now. I bet you can hear a huge difference in my microphone. I kind of figured out what I was doing over that week. I got a new headset and microphone. It's a lot better than anything I've ever owned before. And I thought just to test the microphone and to get used to using it, I'm going to just kind of go through some art that I've done lately, and we can talk about it a little bit. The most recent thing I did was actually last night. I did a cover for a new comic called My Sewn Husband. It's a short horror story. I'm actually rewriting the ending a little bit. That always happens to me. I kind of tend to uh, rush to the ending, and then I'm just like, yeah, and then everybody dies, and then later I'll go back and think, oh, well, she or he or whatever can do this differently. So anyway, I'm rewriting the ending a little bit, but it's about a woman with a sewn husband. It's horror, so it's pretty gory. Uh, this was a logo I was working on for somebody. Her name is The Water Whispers, and she does a lot of whisper and ASMR videos. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Or if you want to know what that is, Google it. ASMR, autosensory something response. I forget what that means, but I'm designing a logo for her. This is a sketch I did of like a chubby kind of Disney princess. I thought it was cute. I forget where, I think I saw somebody else had tried to do like a chubby Disney princess, and I was trying to think what it could look like. So there's that. I did that like right before I left on vacation. Ba, 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 ba. These are some busts that I'm in the middle of. I'm kind of famous for these. They're usually 50. Wait, are they 12 or $15 each? I can't remember. I'll have to go look. I'm kind of forgetting. But so each one of these is 12 or 15 if I can remember. So I draw people's characters or whatever in these kind of like busts. These are just sketches though. If you watch any of my other videos, you've probably seen them. These ones I think were pretty in progress. Oh, that one looks good. I only remember drawing it. Surprise! And then this one, which I need to go over just a little bit more and clean it up just a teensy bit more. I'm excited. This girl here has dreads, and I really like drawing dreads. They're kind of like organic dreads or something made of bark. It's to go with a novel. What else? I finished. Doo, doo, doo. Cover final large. I finally finished the book cover. That's not the one I want. Is it this one? Well, whatever. I finished the book cover for The Underachievers. It's a French adventure novel that's going to be coming out at some point here. They're going to give me an email. Do I have a bigger version of that? I do. Oh, good. This is the one I wanted. Uh, Actually, no, I want a bigger one. I'm sorry. You can all scream at me. It took a long time to get it done. Um, the man I was working with was like the marketing guy for the author. Um, and I don't know if he had ever commissioned a book cover before or not, so I had to kind of walk him through the process a little bit. So it took a little longer at the very end there, but I think it turned out pretty good. I was kind of pressed for time near the end, so I had to kind of schlump through a few parts. Um, I also really cleaned up their faces like right before I sent it to him. I was like, ooh, I gotta clean up these faces, gotta make everybody look pretty. So yeah, it came out pretty good. Some things are a little blurry because I moved it up to 600 DPI at the last minute on some of the props. For anybody who's a Trying Human fan out there, I snuck something in for you guys. Let me This is always kind of a pain to do. Oops. I put a little Trying Human circuit on the rock. It's pretty dark though, so it blends in. But I thought you guys would get a little kick out of that. Speaking of Trying Human, let's go over there and see what I've been working on with that. Obviously, I'm working on the next update. Probably going to do that after I go get some lunch because I'm hungry. Also, if you haven't read the update, you might not want to see this. It's kind of a spoiler. Oopsie doopsie. So yeah, anything in orange I need to go over and correct and everything before I start inking. I also need to kind of... This doesn't look... I don't like that it's just his leg here. I kind of want like his hand. I need to make this smaller so you can see some of his reaction, like his hand, like his fingers like jarred out, like, she's like running away. Oh god, that hand's so bad. Anyway, but yeah, so I need to go through and clean up some stuff. This is actually, this bottom panel here is going to clip over that bar, so like it'll look like she's actually coming out of the panel. And I also need to draw the audience in the surgical theater reacting to her freaking out. So I haven't done that yet. They're kind of anonymous. They're sort of just like silhouettes of people, so it shouldn't be that hard. Let me show you what I've been redoing on Trying Human. If I can get the update done, I'd really, really like to either get this done or a bust done. Maybe a bust. I should probably work on a bust since that's not my work. For those of you who don't know, I'm going back to my oldest pages in Volume 4, Volume 1, which covers chapters 1 through 4. They are not the right size and they can't be printed. Also, the art looks like shit. So I'm going back and correcting the old artwork. So this is Phyllis now, and that's Phyllis then. So yeah, big changes. Don't worry, the text bubbles and lines and everything are all there. I just have them turned off while I'm working. I remember I was having a lot of difficulty with framing this panel because I actually really like the angle, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't look right. So, what was this? Oh, those are just some position lines. Okay, so yeah, I was working on that shortly before break. I say break like I went on spring break. I just went home to visit my parents. They're my schmoopas. Shiloh had a great time. My service dog. I ran her all around. She got to be a doggy dog for a while. Let's see, what else have I done? I've done that. I reorganized some stuff, so I'm actually a little confused where some of my art is. This is a sketch of shade and... Oops, a little close. Shade and pigment. All the gray aliens in my comic are named after color words. Pigment, shade. So this is one I'd like to finish completely. I didn't get past sketching the roses, and then I was like, well, I'm going to bed. So I would like to ink this and complete it, though, because I really like it a lot. I like kussen. I like kusses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I also, one of my favorite things to do on the side is photo retouching. I'd really like to get paid to do photo retouching, but it's kind of like this niche thing that I'm not exactly sure how to get into. So, I'll have to figure that out. But this is actually what it looks like retouched, and this was the original. The colors are just saturated out of it, or not saturated, I should say washed out by this like kind of red layer. So I took the red down, made it nice and balanced, lots of greens and yellows and reds, so a lot better. Oh, well, I should do that one. This is the same kind of deal here. This was totally washed out in yellow like that, and I took the colors down. This took a long time. There was very, very little color information left in this one, but I managed to get it pretty good. I also corrected a lot of the kids had red eye in this picture when I finally got the colors correct, so I managed to get that back to normal. This is actually a picture of my husband's mother when she was a babu. And this is the corrected version, and that's the original. It was pretty washed out. Some chemicals in the printing process have been dripped. There were scratches and blemishes all over the photo. So I went through and got rid of that and kind of added hair onto the doll to sort of hide where that distortion was. So a lot better. I used to turn all my photos to black and white like this, but then I realized like a lot of old photos have like a nice different types of like green and yellow and brown sepias to them. So I try to leave those if I can help it. This is a similar kind of picture, an old black and white photo. I believe this is of my husband's mother or mother's mother. I think it's just her mother. Man, it kind of looks like her, especially in the face. Well, yeah, obviously in the face, but anyway. So this is the corrected one, and this is what I had. Lots of, yellowing and chemical marks and scratches and whatnot. So I went through and cleaned that up, took out all the scratches and whatnot. I love doing these. Like I said, I wish I could get paid for them. Now, some people, let me get real close here. It's a little hard to see, but there are still some like little dots and whatnot. Some people will go through and completely paint all those out, and I originally started to do that, but then I realized it lost a lot of its character as an old photo. So I left some of the blemishes in, especially near the bottom. I think it adds sort of an interesting framing. But I definitely cleaned up the faces. I tried to take any dots or blemishes out of the photograph around the faces instead of the focal point. So there's that. And this one, not a whole lot was going on except that it was completely washed out. This is the original. I actually didn't think there was any information in here at all. Like it looks white. It looks like it's glowing. It's so white. But then when I made it darker, you can actually see the wrinkles on his clothes and his pants. I could see that he was wearing a baseball uniform. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on here. He also seems to have like a ticket and a cigarette, and those were lost in the original. I also took out a lot of the other, blemishes and whatnot. There was also a little bit of a, you can see it in the leaves back here. There's a little bit of a motion blur, like whoever took the photo was shaking a little bit. And I sharpened the figures a little bit so that they are not quite so blurred. So, yeah, that turned out pretty good. And let me just see if there's anything else we can look at. Oh, you know what? I'll show you a picture of my doggy real quick, because we had a good time together. I'll show you these, because they're the nicest ones. This is my service dog, Shiloh. She doesn't have her vest on in these pictures. She got to play with a ball, though. She was really good. She had a good time. She's a German Shepherd mix. She's pretty small, though, for a Shepherd, if you see her in person. Oh, Zubba Wubbas, little Bubbas. Oh, Shmoopy, Shmoopy, Shmoopers. I love her so much. She's a cute little baby angel. Ah, there she is. She did so good flying and everything. So, anyway, we had a great time. The weather was pretty good all weekend, or all week, I should say, over in Pennsylvania. Had a little rain and whatnot, but it's Pennsylvania. I wouldn't be surprised if it snowed in June, to be honest. But anyway, back home in California here with my husband and everything, and I'm going to start working soon, do some tutorials, Redline Tuesdays, going to get back to drawing the Minecraft guys, and trying human. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. Bye!